You are not at all like my rose, he said. As yet you are nothing. No one has tamed you, and you have tamed no one. You are like my fox when I first knew him. He was only a fox like 100,000 other foxes. But I have made him my friend, and now he is unique in all the world.
The book I want to talk about is 84 Charing Cross by Helen Hanff. If you love books and letters, this is the book to read. It's a really warm little story. It's a collection of letters exchanged from 1949 to 1969 between an American scriptwriter called Helen Hanff and a really reserved, really stiff British head buyer of an antiquarian bookshop in London. And finally, towards the end, they become really close friends. There's no romance, but this is the kind of love that can only exist between two very, very close, very intimate friends.
So this is called The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, which is about friendship in the face of adversity. So you have two gangs which are fighting with each other, but there's a lot of friendship within each gang. And it's not just between friends, it's also a relationship between brothers and how that there has to be a friendship between those relationships as well. And they all go through a bunch of horrible stuff, like buildings burning down and people dying, but they all stay friends through it all at the end.
Okay, this is The Book Thief, and it's the story of a 9-year-old girl called Liesel who is in war-torn Germany. It's set in the fictional town of Molching, and it's the incredible story of how a girl learns how to read and how she develops this really lovely relationship with books, and and that's the reason why she becomes a book thief. The other thing is, of course, that her foster parents have a Jew in the basement, so she is she develops a really beautiful friendship with Max, the Jew, and how she takes stories from the outside world to him, and how he also tells her stories about his life.
This will be my pick for a particularly favorite example of an enduring friendship drawn from literature, Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot novels, which has his loyal sidekick Hastings featuring in a lot of them. I love the pair of them, and it is a little like Sherlock Holmes with his Watson, but Hastings has his own idiosyncrasies, and both Hastings and Poirot have a lot in common and also different.
This is an unusual choice for Friendship Day because the two friends in this book, the Chief of Staff and the Defense Secretary, want to assassinate the President. What makes the friendship so special is their absolute trust in each other for pulling off something so massive and so huge.
I would like to recommend The Still Point of the Turning World by Shahryar Sheikh. It's a story about two friends who meet in college during the university time, and it's a very different type of story that happens in an apocalyptic Pakistan, and where you get to know how these people try and come together and explore their lives and fall in love with each other, but the thing that they never able to meet together. So this is the best story that you could ever read and linger in your mind after you are done reading it. So this is my recommendation for the Friendships Day.
The Little Prince, and it celebrates many things, but one of the most enduring things is friendship. And it's friendship between the pilot who's stranded in the Sahara Desert, who meets this little prince who's from an asteroid. And it's the friendship between the prince and a fox, and the prince and his rose. I think that you can read this book, any person at any age reads this book, and there's just a world of wisdom in there.